Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Compact Everyday Carry and Gadgets. And today we're going to be taking a look at what I consider to be the top 5 everyday carry firearms for 2026. Now, none of these firearms came out this year specifically, but these have held their position throughout the years. Comparing it to models that are newer or older, these still hold true and still maintain their spot in my top 5 everyday carry list. And let's just go through it and why I consider these to be perfect for everyday carry. No matter the year, there is great firearms that I will have some honorable mentions, and I'll go through that later on in the video. But for right now, let's just go through the ones that I have personally and that I have here on the table with me. Of course, some of them I do own that are going to get an honorable mention, but I'm not going to be displaying them or talking about them in the video because I don't think they belong in the top 5. But let's just go through that. So, of course, let's begin with what's probably one of the kings in the everyday carry world and the everyday carry community, and that's the Glock 43X MOS. Glock in general, just super reliable. No bells and whistles when you get this straight out the box. It's pretty blocky. It looks, some people might consider the Glock looking a little ugly. I personally like the way the Glocks look. But the Glock is a perfect size, not too small, not too big. The Glock 43X fits that perfect zone, if you ask me, especially for everyday carry, because you could carry this bad boy, have it for long hours, and not feel like it's intruding, not feel like it's just feeling uncomfortable for you. And you could just go about your business, go about your day, go to work, go to the gym, and you could still carry your Glock 43X MOS. Now, obviously, the way I have it here, this isn't an everyday carry setup for me. Once I started messing with the slides and changing out the trigger, I don't have it as an everyday carry. This is more like a fun gun to me. I take it out to the range, but it has still been 100% reliable, even with all these changes I've done to it. But I still wouldn't do it for everyday carry. It's just way too much for everyday carry. But just a plain Glock 43X MOS, run a light, run an optic on it, and you are good to go. The only downside a lot of people will say, and that's because nowadays so many firearms are coming out that regardless the size, they have so much round capacity. And the Glock 43X MOS out the box, you get 10 rounds. Plus 1 in the head. So that's 11 rounds for an everyday carry. Still sufficient, but yes, there has been a lot of new firearms coming out that are very comparable in size, but have way more round capacity. Of course, if you have Glock, they have a bunch of aftermarket options if you want to just get more round capacity. But of course, if you go and steer off from the Glock brand and you go for a PSA micro dagger magazine or a Shield Arms mag, those have been good and have been great, but I don't know if they're going to be as reliable as a Glock OEM mag. So just doing that swap kind of takes away from what I would consider a 100% reliable firearm. But nonetheless, right here, I just have a little base plate. So I'm still running the OEM mag in it. But it's been, like I said, it's been 100% reliable. But the Glock 43X MOS, I feel like you still can't go wrong. Men and women could rock this bad boy. It will fit. I personally think it'll fit great in women's hands and men's hands, no matter if they're huge or small. Just having a fuller grip feels great in the hand and gives you a nice, firm, secure feel. But yeah, that's the first one, the Glock 43X MOS. Like I said, no particular order because this is all opinion based. Next one, let's go with the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus. Now this was definitely an everyday carry for me and one of my personal favorites just because I love the way it shoots. I love the way it feels in the hand. The grip feels awesome. The size is even a little smaller than the Glock 43X MOS. Round capacity right here, as you see it here, you have 15 rounds. In the front, I got the little laser, and it also comes optic ready. The only downside to a Smith & Wesson Shield Plus may be that they don't have a rail. So as far as like having a lot of options to mount a light, you might not have too many options. Right here, I got the Streamlight TLR6, which mounts through the trigger guard, and it's been very firm and secure for years now, and it's just been great. It hasn't really failed me. But you guys know the Shield Plus, they Smith & Wesson changed out the triggers across all of their lines, and these triggers, man, changed the game. These triggers are awesome. No need to upgrade. No need to get a performance trigger. These things are nice, flat, feel great, nice, crisp. Brakes, just awesome. Reset as well. Beautiful firearm. Feels great, like I said. Comes optic ready. It's just an awesome firearm. You have options to get just the flat 10 round, which comes in the box as well. And it comes, I believe, with a 12 or 13 round, plus the 15 round, which I went out and purchased separately. But yeah, such a tiny package and lots of round capacity. And number one thing here, you get reliability from a reputable brand that's been out for years and they know what they're doing with their firearms. So that is the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus Awesome Firearm. The other one we're going to go with is the Sig P365X. Now this bad boy is a beast. Straight out the box right here, I did swap out the lower frame, but that's what's cool about these firearms. You don't really mess with the internals, but you could change out the frames and get a longer grip, get a different texture, and that's what I did here. But other than that, just straight out the box with the Sig P365X, you'll get a 12 round capable everyday carry firearm, which is awesome. It does have a rail in the front, which allows you to mount a light, and they do come optic ready. Also, the trigger itself, straight out the box, is beautiful. The trigger needs no work. You don't got to mess with it, and it's a nice steel flat faced trigger, which is beautiful. Like I said, this isn't the grip it comes with, the frame, the lower frame that it comes with, but even the one that it does come with comes with 12 rounds, and feels great, and it is somewhat of a full grip as well, although it is significantly shorter than this grip that you see here. This grip is from Tyrant CNC, and this holds 15 rounds magazines plus this plus 2, so I got 17 rounds in a tiny package. No, sorry, let me correct myself. This has a 17 round magazine plus 2, so 19 rounds in a tiny handgun. Obviously, with all of these extra things, maybe it's not the best option for everyday carry, but I'm considering it because I'm thinking about when I first purchased this firearm straight out the box before I swapped out the lower frame and got the longer hand grip. This thing is a beast for everyday carry and is honored and loved by a lot of ex-military, ex-service people, and they love it, and I've loved it as well. It's great, it shoots great, it's very reliable, and it's just awesome, and it's a Sig as well. Now, it is a little more on the pricier side compared to the other guns on this table, but still very reliable, which is key for everyday carry. So you're going to hear me kind of repeat over and over is reliability, and just gives you the options to add things that you might need. So let's just move along. Next one we got is the Glock 19X MOS. Now this is a beast, and a lot of people love the Glock 19 platform. If I had the 19, the plain 19, that would probably be on the top 5, because people might not like the fact that this has a longer handle, a longer grip. I personally like the longer grip. I feel like it feels better, aesthetically looks better as well, which looks shouldn't matter, but I feel like if you like the way something looks, it pushes you and inspires you to go out to the range and practice more and more. So definitely you should like the way your firearm looks. But number one, how does it function? But yeah, the Glock 19X MOS is a awesome everyday carry, especially if you're in the bigger side, if you like something more of a fuller frame firearm, but not huge either, not bothering you while you carrying it every day, then this is a perfect option. As you can see, you also have the rail option to mount lights in the front. You got optic ready, so you can mount optics. You could even run a can, but of course that's not for everyday carry, so we don't gotta go there. But yeah, just as far as capacity and number one thing, like I said, reliability, you can't go wrong with the Glock 19X. Awesome firearm. I believe it's priced correctly, of course. Some might say no because, like I said, Glocks do look and come very plain, but the aftermarket is awesome. But the whole main thing is for everyday carry, you shouldn't want to be doing too many changes. You should be able to, what you should consider and should kind of concentrate on when you're looking for an everyday carry is something that straight out the box is not going to need any changing, any upgrades, any tweaking to get it to do the job and get it to do the job correctly. And straight out the box, the Glock 19X MOS, mount an optic, mount a light, and you are ready to go. The trigger feels great. The size feels great. Everything is just awesome. And this one in particular comes with the raised iron sights as well. It's just an awesome firearm. You could coat witness even with the optic on top. Great firearm. I really love it. And like I said, number one thing, reliable. So last but not least, but before we get into my last handgun, I'm gonna go through some honorable mentions. Now, of course, honorable mentions, I would say the Canik Mete MC9 Prime, which I own, and so far I love that firearm. I just feel it's not as popular as these on the table, and I like going with brands that I've known for years and I've trusted, and I've not saying that Canik is not that. Canik has proven to be great so far. Their triggers are awesome. The guns look great, and straight out the box they come out looking amazing. And I feel like the Canik Mete MC9 Prime is the perfect in-between firearm of the Glock 43X and the Glock 19X. It's like right in between as far as size wise, perfectly in the middle. Another honorable mention I would definitely give it to is the Shield, I believe it's the Shield X, Shield Plus X. And I am going to be getting my hands on that one. Is the Smith & Wesson Shield X. It looks kind of like the Bodyguard 2.0, just a bigger version of it. And it also feels great in the hand. And I love the Smith & Wesson firearms. I love their brands. I love the way they shoot. So I am going to be getting my hands on one of those, but I don't own it yet. But that is an honorable mention because I do believe it would be in this list if I owned it. Last but not least is the Springfield Echelon. I believe is the 4.0, which is like the compact version of the Echelon. I think that thing is a beast. It comes very, very good looking firearm. It comes ready to run an optic, a light. Just looks great straight out the box. And I think it has everything you need for an everyday carry and a home defense if you want to use it for that. So those are the three honorable mentions I have. The Canik Mete MC9 Prime, the Shield X, and the Echelon Comp, which I believe is the 4.0. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But yeah, last one for my top 5 everyday carries is the Bodyguard 2.0. Now this is currently my everyday carry. This is what I use on a daily, and the reason for that is because it's the size. It's tiny. It's Smith & Wesson. It shoots great. It feels it handles, let's say, a little bigger than what it actually is. It feels great in the hand, although it's tiny and small, still feels very good in the hand. And it's just perfect. I feel like I could literally go to the gym. I could wear shorts, I could wear jeans, I could wear it all day long. I could wear it even everyday carry. I have it, rocking it appendix while I'm in the house and I don't even know it's there. And that equals to more time with your everyday carry, which is, I think, key for all of us. If you're going to everyday carry, you should be religiously consistent with it. And with the Bodyguard 2.0, I am able to do that because I could wear it, like I said, even when I'm at home, go to the bathroom, everything. This guy is on me because I don't even know it's there. It feels like it's just part of me. I don't gotta adjust it, don't gotta remove it to sit down. I just leave it there and it just doesn't bother me. It feels comfortable. And like I said, Smith & Wesson, very respected company, years of dedication and just proving themselves to being very reliable, which is key thing, like I said, for an everyday carry firearm. The Bodyguard 2.0 is amazing, and now that you could also run optics, it has the same little flat face trigger that Smith & Wesson has put across other platforms. It's just an amazing firearm, and you got 12+1. If you could say there's a downside to this, it would be that it is chambered in 380. I don't consider that a downside for it, but there's some of you that might consider that to be a downside to it. But still very good, and perfect in size firearm for everyday carry. But that's it for now, guys. So let's just go through the list again really quickly. We got the Glock 43X MOS. We got the Shield Plus. We got the Sig P365X. We got the Glock 19X MOS. And to top it off, we got the Bodyguard 2.0. But that's it for now, guys. Those are my top 5 everyday carries right now available. If you're in the market trying to find yourself the perfect everyday carry, these are my top 5. Let me know what's your top 5. Just make sure you like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you're not part of the family already, and hype up the video. Help this get some big views out there. But that's it for now, guys. Compact everyday carry and gadgets. I'm out of here. God bless, guys.